Anyway, hi. I am Ray. You've seen me before. I'm the editor. Hi. Hi, I'm Ray. You've seen me before. I'm the editor here at Elf Skiffs. So I was in a lot of sports in high school, like a lot. I did just about everything except for volleyball, which I think it was only offered for girls anyway. Tennis and basketball. Basketball was not through lack of trying though. Every single year I went and tried out for it. Never got it, but I still went in. They always said the same thing. You're good at defense, but you can't shoot for shit. So you got to figure that out. And I never could. I was best defender, but they were like, we don't need defenders, we need shooters. So I never did basketball. But one thing I did that isn't really up in the northern part of the U.S. I found is, well, it is some, but powerlifting. Powerlifting is pretty big in Texas, and it got a lot bigger as I was there. We started off in the first year, and it was just like we had to go to our meets on Saturdays. We had a short bus, and each person had a seat to themselves. There was just maybe 8 of us total in the whole team, and you would only take a certain few for each meet. Well, my senior year, after we had been doing we had an AV class, we would show the videos, the highlights of all the different sports at the end of the week. So the AV people would spend Saturday you would film it, and then Monday to Thursday you'd edit it, and then Friday they would show it on the morning announcements and all that. And people started to kind of notice it. So freshman year, short bus, seat to yourself. Senior year, full bus, 3 people to a seat. Like the team got huge. The weirdest things that I found in powerlifting, though, is the reps and honey. So I'll explain the reps first. The reps, when you're doing squat, that's a lot of weight. Like my max was around 450, around that. You would have these big dudes doing like 750, 790 pounds, and it is wild to see. But your body kind of needed help. So with your legs, they would take these elastic wraps and wrap them around your legs as hard as they could, and it would kind of act like a rubber band. So you have your knee like this, and then you wrap it around like this. So whenever you're bending down, when you try to come back up, it kind of helps push your knee back up so you can stand up and complete the lift. I only had 2 people I let do that for me. I let my coach and I let my friend Jeremy, because they were the only ones that would do it like actually tight. Other people, because I was smaller than a lot of them, were afraid they would like hurt me, whatever. One coach one time, he misread my number, because as soon as you got there, they wrote your number on your arm, like your lifter 419 or whatever, and he's lifter 420 or whatever. So you would know, like, they didn't want to write your name the entire time because they just had projectors where they show your number and your weight, so you know when you need to go up to the bar and lift, because they would just go in cycles of everyone. Well, I was 419 and this other guy was 418. My coach misread it and said, "You're up." Oh my God, where are you? Hurry up. So he goes, wraps my legs as hard as he can there. And we get up there and I'm like 5 lifters back. I have probably 10 minutes until I need to go up. But he figured it was too late to redo the wrap. So my legs are turning purple. We're sitting there trying to smack it, keep the blood flowing. I get up there and as soon as I grab the weight, I just collapse because my legs were just dead at that point. So he picks me up and he like apologized profusely because it was his fault. So that was probably the biggest mistake I'd made in powerlifting, and it was the coach's fault. But he just misread a number, not a huge deal. But the honey thing, a lot of people have some weird like home remedies and stuff like that for powerlifting. They think like, oh, if you sleep on the left side of the bed, then you'll feel better in the day, like weird stuff like that. But one of the ones was honey. You'd see like just a bunch of huge jacked guys walking around just down in jars of honey. Because we had to all try and make weight, so you're not eating a whole lot. So they thought honey like can give them some nutrients back or something like that, but also the sugar gives them more of like a rush. It's like one of the dumbest things I've heard. Like they would, right before they go up to lift, drink like half a jar of honey and then go lift. I was like, even if all the things you're saying are gonna happen, it's not gonna hit you in like 10 seconds. The body takes a little longer than that. So you'd find these people in the morning would just start drinking honey before their lifts. It wouldn't really change, but then around midday when we were doing bench lift, they're wired and jacked and crazy and super excited and like they're hitting that sugar rush. Deadlift comes, the last lift of the day, and they're all sluggish and tired because they hit that sugar crash. But you would see it every single year. You'd see groups of them doing that. And every single year, they would all keep doing it. You would see more and more people with the honey, and it was just the dumbest thing. But I guess it worked for them. I don't know.